So over the weekend, I came across this drama on TikTok. It was a simple scene where it seemed like the guy was confessing his love for the girl, right? Very simple stuff, but it made me curious, right? They didn't show enough in that TikTok for me to be like, you know, satisfied. So I was gonna check it out on my own, right? And it was something I'd seen before, right? It was a drama that I'd come across. I just did not feel like it was a drama I would like, so I had skipped it. And so I decided right then and there to check it out to see what the drama was about and to watch the first few episodes of it. If you're curious, the drama I'm talking about is Spirit Fingers. It's a 12 episode South Korean drama that is currently airing. The first few episodes were kind of nice. It's very simple, right? The idea of this drawing group that comes together and just draws, right? It's very simple, very mundane, and I like ideas like this, right? It's something that is kind of whimsical, right? Because these are people that all just come from different places and come together and decide that let's draw together, and it's kind of a way for them to bond and all sorts, right? It's very lovely. The idea I like. Two of the characters in this drama, in fact the two that start this drawing club, are friends. One is a boy, one is a girl, right? And so to an extent you kind of know where I'm going with this. The boy likes the girl, but the girl sees the boy as a friend, right? That is kind of the setup that they have going for this. Our main character is neither of these two people. Our main character is just a girl that has a low self-esteem, that likes this boy because she kind of sees him as this ideal person, right? And we see a lot of how we view this drama from her point of view because she's the like protagonist, right? So that's kind of the setup of this, right? That boy likes his friend, right? And it's a friend he's had since childhood, right? Again, nothing is wrong so far. I have no issues so far until I get to episode 4. And episode 4 is actually where the TikTok I watched came from. And it was actually even the exact scene I watched. And maybe if that TikTok had gone long enough, I would have seen that I would not like this drama. But basically, because the guy likes the girl, right? And I have to say, the girl has this kind of personality. She's very like open. She has blue hair, for example, right? She's free. She is just herself, right? Very authentic in that sense, right? She has a lot of friends, not just this guy. But yes, I would say the guy is her closest friend. They've been friends their whole life, right? And so in the scene that made me realize I would not like this drama, or that this drama is not for me, or that I have kind of started to change as I grow up. And like things I could handle before and things that I could take before in a drama I can't take any longer. The boy confesses his feelings for the girl, right? And even before this, we kind of see him be a little irritated when she talks to other guys, right? And to be honest, even though it was kind of iffy to me that like why would you care? Because I mean, she does not see you that way. At least I was fine with it because he wasn't taking it out on her. But in this one scene, right, he finally confesses his feelings because it's getting obvious to the girl because he keeps doing things that are very like I guess it's chivalry, quote unquote, right? And so, she's starting to notice. So they have a talk about it and she makes it clear that she only sees him as a friend, right? And she does not want this to change. It's very possible that if they go out, their relationship is going to like depreciate. They might end up not making it, right? And so she is not willing to sacrifice that just for a romantic relationship. The guy then says that no, he likes her, right? And he has no like thought of being friends with her, right? He goes on to then say that once he gets married, he does not plan to remain friends with any female. Like he is not one of those people that's gonna have female friends, right? And the only way she can keep seeing him is if they date, right? And just keep dating. Now, this is kind of where it ends in the TikTok that I watched. And like I said, if the TikTok had gone just a little bit longer, I would have realized the guy is trash. Because after he says that, the girl states that she really, really wants to protect this friendship, that like it means a lot to her, right? And then, and this is the part really that like freaks me out. Then the guy says that he's never thought of her as a friend. He's always liked her. So it was never about friendship for him from the very beginning. This was the moment that like put me off this drama, right? Because he also kind of like said that really aggressively, that honestly, when he said that, I was just turned off because one thing I hate is for someone to pretend to be your friend when they have ulterior motives, and that was the case here. And he kind of expected her to just like accept this feelings that he had for her, right? And it was just awesome because he basically reduced their friendship to nothing in that moment, and it was just terrible. Like I just hated it so much. And that is like something that I feel like if years before this, I would have ate this up. Like I would have been like, this is amazing. He's so romantic, blah blah blah. Now I'm like, that is a red flag. Because this whole time he has not been honest with her about how he saw her, right? And made her think they were friends when they weren't really friends, right? There's also another thing he does even before this scene that I kind of clocked, and I was like, so far he doesn't like do anything worse than this. I'll be fine and I'll keep watching this. But there's also a scene before that where, like, obviously this girl like wears a lot of shorts. Like she wears shorts, right? She wears skirts that are, thigh length, right? And it seems like she's always dressed like this, right? I mean, she has a brother and he doesn't seem to give it. He doesn't care, right? Again, because it's her body, she can do whatever she wants, right? There's a scene where he sees her, right? This guy that likes her, that he's quote and unquote her friend, right? And it's not like she's like exposed or anything, but he takes up his jacket and he wraps it around her legs. And I was just like, like, why? Like it was a moment where I was like, why is he trying to like, it felt cagey. Like it felt like he was trying to like cage her, like she was doing something wrong. And I was a little like, just, I don't know, So when the other scene happened where he basically said he's never thought of her as a friend, I was like, okay, well, there goes that, right? So yeah, that's something that I realized I have started to like do with dramas, and this might also be why I find I don't watch as much like straight dramas anymore, because I can't kind of deal with the toxicity, right? Like there's something about it that just like I'm freaked out by it, right? And even though it's also enjoyable and it's also supposed to be like fiction, I'm just like, this is not a good message. I'm becoming like a grandma kind of with these dramas. And so yeah, I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's weird, right? The only other time I've had this in the past few like months, or should I say years, right, is when I watched Queen of Tears. Queen of Tears, that one is more like jarring because I feel like everybody felt odd in that moment. But was that scene where the male lead basically was happy that the female lead, his wife, that obviously he didn't like, right? But he was happy when he heard that she was like gonna die, like that she had a terminal illness, and he seemed happy about it, right? It was just like, it was just for like 2 or 3 episodes, and he kept trying to like get her to like him again, and it was nice about her so that she could hopefully like write him into her will. That was just also like weird to me, right? Those are moments where I'm like, I'm kind of spoiled. Like they no longer appeal to me, and that's problematic for me. I feel like my male lead has to appeal to me, right? Otherwise, like, why am I watching this? Otherwise, it's not a romance. And like, to be honest, romance has never been like my favorite genre. Like I'm not one for like a pure romance, anyways, right? But like a lot of what I watch, K dramas just in general have a lot of romance, right? So even like slice of life that I really really like, I find that it will still have romance. So I'm not like against it, and I will be honest, I do watch more romance, even though I genuinely like I genuinely like don't find this the most interesting. It's just like that is what I think is majority of the dramas that come out, right? And I also think that's what a lot of my listeners, the people that I make this for, would like to like talk about. So that's what I cover a lot. And it is fun, right? But it's not like thought provoking or anything, right? So like for me, that's kind of it when it comes to like male leads, right? And it's just funny to me because a few years ago, like I would have eaten it up, I would have loved everything about it, but now it's like just a little like, it gets a little like goosebumpy and there when I like hear it, right? It's just a little like a little thing in my head when that happens, right? And it's interesting too because, like I said, like this is a problem I have mostly for straight dramas, because I think I am more conscious of the fact that like it's a girl that this is happening to, as opposed to like if it was like a BL where it would be like two guys. So I think that's why it's starting to like resonate with me. Because it's something I would not want as well, right? But yeah, anyways, that's something I just noticed. And it's funny too because I think even though I think it was a little problematic, and I think that like dramas that like portray this are a little problematic, I actually don't mind a toxic drama. Right, like I don't mind a drama that is toxic just for toxic sake. Like if I'm watching a Mac Django, I'm watching like a drama where I know like every character in that drama knows that like the male lead is somehow a dick or an asshole. I don't mind it because then I am aware that everybody else knows that his character is kind of problematic. My issue and the issue I have with this drama in particular, right, Spirit Fingers, is that I feel like everybody in that drama kind of sees that guy as like a green flag. Like they see him as a good person. Like they see him as somebody that's well adjusted, nice, and everything, right? And so the fact that he did that, it felt like they were trying to gaslight me into thinking that he was a good person when I can see he had like he's a red flag, right? So that's just one thing that I think makes this weird to me, in that like it's like they're trying to gaslight me into believing he's a green flag when he's a red flag and really toxic, and that does not stand well with me. Like if my male lead is a red flag, he can act like a red flag. I won't mind it then, right? And if the female lead chooses him, then I know she's choosing to be with someone like that. But in this case, it's like he's supposed to be a green flag, but he's acting like a red flag. And I'm scared that people are going to see that and be like, oh, that's actually like he's so nice, he's blah blah blah, when he's really like problematic for me. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I just it just like stuck out to me, right? Same with like the Queen of Tears male lead. Like it's the same thing. Everybody thinks it's amazing, and I'm like, that beginning was a little problematic. Even though I get it, like to an extent, I'm like, I can kind of even maybe a little understand because he really doesn't like her anymore. But again, it's not like they are getting divorced and they will never see each other again. The fact that I know that they are gonna want to make up, and I don't know, maybe I've never been married, so I don't know if that's how it is when you're married and like you no longer like the person you're with. But yeah, anyways, that's something I noticed, and it's something that I feel like I have suddenly like evolved into like disliking. And maybe I'll continue this drama because like it's not just about these two people, right? Like we have a male and female lead that is separate from this. And so maybe I'll watch it just for like the female protagonist, because watching her grow as a person is kind of interesting. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Like this rant about my suddenly growing aversion for like shitty male leads that are supposed to be like good male leads, because it's weird to me all of a sudden. But yeah, anyways, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this drama. Thank you guys for sitting through my little rant about this. I'll stop now. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll talk to you again next week. Have a lovely one. Bye.